Adam Taxin here with veteran actor and Marblehead, Massachusetts native Mickey Kuhn, who has some thoughts on the race between Scott Brown and Elizabeth Warren. Mickey, thanks for talking to me today.
Oh, my pleasure, Adam. It's great to be on the air with you, and how are things going with you? Fine?
They're good, except for the Phillies, but we'll talk about that later. First of all, let's refresh people who you are. I mean, you have some great credits, but you're not the most household name of some classic movies. What is your particular distinction in terms of Vivien Leigh?
Well, when it comes to Vivien Leigh, I've worked with her in both of her Academy Award-winning motion pictures, Gone with the Wind, of course, and Streetcar Named Desire. And
you're the only person who did.
Sailor. I was the sailor that put her on the streetcar. Now, although I didn't get screen credit, I was the one that put her on.
And you were Wait, hold on. But people have to know you were the 7-year-old Bo Wilkes in Gone with the Wind, and then you're too modest. I have to point out you were the only performer to be in both those movies with her. But
that's correct.
You have some thoughts about the Senate election in Massachusetts, and I guess it relates to some other famous movies you were in. Tell us about that.
Exactly, Adam. You know, I was calling to mind Elizabeth Warren's claim of being 132nd or 100 something obscure Cherokee Indian to go after the Native American vote. But doggone it, you know, I got to thinking I know more about Native Americans than she does. And if the truth were known, my mother always told me that I was probably right close to 1/8 or 1/16 Cherokee, because my grandfather had some Cherokee blood in him. So, you know, it's I can claim it just as well. But Elizabeth Warren is really stretching at 1/32nd. But when I was in Red River, my parents in the picture were killed by Indians, and John Wayne disclosed the 3 or 4 of them, and I got to know some of them. But then again, in Broken Arrow, that was the big thrill of my life, because I worked with Jay Silver, who everybody knows as Tonto. I worked with a gentleman by the name of Iron Eyes Cody, another Native American actor. And I know more about Indians than Elizabeth Warren does. I don't know where she gets off talking that because she is 132nd or 164th or whatever she is, she knows all about the Indians. I think her Harvard professorship has gone to her head a little bit.
Yeah, in fact, she probably got that Harvard professorship in large part because she put that she was a Native American on their diversity forms or whatever. I forget how it was. It's been a while since I was there as an undergraduate. And you know, I just want to point out that people may not.
A lot of those people will put anything down just to get accepted, you know, and it's too bad.
But you talk about Broken Arrow a little bit, and just for people who haven't seen it, it's very sympathetic to Native Americans, if I remember correctly.
Very sympathetic. It was a story of how a group of whites in Arizona there were going after the Cochise, and that was their main goal was to get him and kill him. Of course, Tom Jeffords, who was played by Jimmy Stewart, he said, no, they're good people. And he demonstrated that. He told them, he said, look, he told the generals, you're dealing with a man that's never been to school, can't read or write his name, but he can outfight you and out-judge you and out-plan you without even getting off of his horse, so to speak.
Yeah, now I certainly don't want to leave the impression that you call yourself Native American. You're definitely white, but you're essentially saying you have more experience with a Native American background than Senate candidate Elizabeth Warren does.
I feel confident that I have, because getting ready for these parts, you know, you do a little studying, and even as a kid, I looked up just some of the history of some of these Native Americans, and I do. I get it. I really get going on this, and I get carried away, so you'll have to forgive me.
No problem. Hey, I got to ask you about one thing. There's a big baseball series going on in Fenway Park that relates to the U.S. Senate election, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Oh boy, the baseball series, the one going on now.
Well, it's between.
I hate to think about it, because I think the Cleveland Indians are going to just take the Boston Red Sox to to lunch on this one. The Red Sox just aren't playing well and aren't doing what they have to do.
Yeah. So I guess Elizabeth Warren will be a little bit more happy with the outcome than Scott Brown will.
Well, God bless her if she is. Something's going to have to make her happy, because when she loses the election, she's definitely not going to be happy.
Yeah, well, just by the way, I know you're not happy as a Red Sox fan, but I'm from Philly, and we're probably having an even more disappointing season. Okay, there you have it. At Fenway Park, the next few nights, it's Elizabeth Warren's Cleveland Indians against Scott Brown's Boston Red Sox. Any final thoughts, Mickey Kuhn?
Just go Red Sox, give it your best shot, and let's go all the way to the White House this year.
Okay, Mickey Kuhn, always a pleasure.
Thank you. Very nice talking to you.